Well, as a kid, I wasn't really all that introverted, but I was pretty much alone, like, most of the time. And another thing I should mention is that, well, I'm autistic, and also, I was having my moments of stress and anxiety. The reason that I needed a dog was I wanted a new companion in my life.
Hey, Ask, you excited about getting your first dog?
I do remember that day. It was a very sunny, albeit partly cloudy day. We went to the outskirts of Bathurst and we got to this farm, and one of the first things we noticed was there were a lot of Border Collies there. There was this awful smell, kind of a bit like toxic waste, but not really toxic waste. But yeah, right in the corner was this shivering little puppy, and he was looking right up at us very nervously. And I think from that point on, I knew that she was the one. I came up with the name Cauliflower Sunshine Anais Tompson. At first, Collie was very shy and a bit frightened of new people and her new home. But it didn't take long for her to quickly adapt, and eventually she fit right in.
Hey Collie, meet Yogi.
Yogi, her soon-to-be uncle. I do remember a time when she was a puppy, and she would often bite me. And there was this one time when she was chewing on my sleeve, and I tried to let go of her, but she ended up rising up along the sleeve, almost like she was levitating. And then she finally let go. A few years after, Yogi's health started to deteriorate, and I remember in his final days, he just spent most of the time on a doggy bed, and he was cared for by Mum. One day I was taking a rest, and then when I got out of bed, I could hear Mum screaming and wailing. The moment I arrived up to what was happening, it was apparent, well, Yogi was gone. And yeah, it was one of the most, it was very distressing. The education system was a bit too difficult for me, and the teaching was it was too aimed at neurotypicals. Those were pretty tough days, I'll say. But at the end of the school day, when I got back home, I made a beeline to see my collie girl. And I knew that, well, I had a friend who was right there for me. Collie was one of the many things in my life that helped me get through my most difficult days.
Collie, it makes me so happy to come home from school and you're always waiting for me. It feels so good to have a friend.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That moments that I was in. That one moment with a boy and his best friend. Life sure has changed a lot in many ways, but one of the interesting things that's happened is I have a new home, and well, every single night Collie scratches on my door begging to be let in, and I do let her in. And of course she'll have a sniff around, she'll occasionally sit down so that I can pet her, and then she'll want to go back outside and I'll do that. And then she'll come back in a bit later or sooner, and then she'll search around again, and then she'll settle into bed. And then the cycle repeats.
Happy birthday to you!
So at the moment, she's 100. She looks a bit too young to be 100. I have had some thoughts about seeing Collie's final days, and well, I shouldn't focus on it too much because at the moment she's all I have. But let's not just leave it there.